Hello, my name is Anthony Sunbury. I'm a licensed real estate professional who's been assisting buyers and sellers here in Los Angeles County for over 23 years. Today we're going to dive into the topic of how to sell a home fast here in Los Angeles County. We're going to go over everything from pricing to marketing, the importance of curb appeal, how to economically stage a property, and then finally we'll dive into the topic of selling off-market to a cash buyer. Although all 5 tips are extremely valuable, I'm going to start with the one that typically trips people up the most, and that's pricing. The way your home is priced has more of an impact on how fast it'll sell than the condition of the property itself, and that's a fact. I've literally seen properties that were in deplorable condition but priced aggressively sell faster than gorgeous homes that were simply overpriced. The first step in this process is to locate comparable properties to yours. The key word here is comparable. These are homes similar to yours in things like condition, bedroom count, square footage, and year built. You can find comparables, or comps as they're known, on websites like Zillow, where you have the ability to check active listings, pending listings, or even closed sales. An active price shows you how much a seller is looking to get for their residence. On the other hand, a sold price shows you what the seller is actually able to get for their property. Pricing your home based on what things are selling for, opposed to what sellers are asking, is key to getting your home sold fast. If you want to speed up the process, listing slightly below what comparable units are going for can also be a great strategy. Once we've correctly priced the home, it's now time to move on to the second step, effectively marketing the property. No matter how well your home is priced, no one's going to be able to buy a property that they can't find. This is why having your agent post the home on the MLS, which then syndicates the listing to sites like Realtor.com, Homes.com, and so on, is extremely important. For sellers who decide to do for sale by owners, you can still contact these sites directly in order to post your home. Many times, you'll be able to do this free of charge. Not only do you want to position your home where it can be seen, but you also want to make sure that when it is seen, it's shown in its best light. This is where professional photos and video really shine. Taking marketing photos is definitely a time when you want to hire the professionals. Even if you have a $1,000 camera and you've taken hundreds of photos on it yourself, can this really compare to a professional photographer who's likely taken hundreds of photos in the last week alone? Most likely not. And don't just take my word for it either. According to U.S. News, homes with professional photos not only sell faster, but they sell for more money than homes without them. Just some food for thought. So now that we've successfully marketed the home, it's time to make sure that our efforts to drive traffic were not done in vain. This is where the third tip, curb appeal, comes into play. The very first in-person impression someone will get of your property is when they drive up to see it for the first time. This is known as curb appeal. The way a home looks on the outside sets the standard for what people expect to see on the inside. Your home can be gorgeous on the inside, but if someone gets the wrong impression from the exterior, it may carry over and skew their perception of the interior. I've certainly seen this happen before. I've also had buyers pull up to a home, see the outside, and then cancel the showing entirely. This is why curb appeal is so important. Simple tasks like neatly tucking away trash cans, cleaning up the exterior, and ensuring the lawn and garden are properly manicured are crucial when selling a home. Sometimes the issue on the exterior is going to be a little bit bigger than trash cans or yard work. I've had situations where the entire house looked like it needed to be painted on the outside. Unfortunately, the seller simply didn't have the funds or the desire to do so. On occasion, simply painting the trim of a home can make all the difference in the world. It's much more economical than painting the entire exterior, yet the visual impact can be huge. And that's our goal here. We're looking to stack up as many small improvements as possible to create a marked difference for prospective buyers. So now that the buyer likes what they see on the outside, tip number 4 is going to be to make sure that the inside now complements the exterior. When people think about home staging, they typically imagine a designer coming in and spending thousands of dollars to completely remodel a space. or in cases of a vacant home, furnish the entire property. While this does happen on occasion, it's not always the case. Sometimes, staging can be very simple and cost-effective. Let's take an area like the restrooms, for example. Simply decluttering, moving all of your personal items to underneath the sink or into a cabinet, can be a huge first step in staging. Once everything is decluttered, you can then go back and strategically place items like a soap dish, dispenser, or other decor. You might also consider grabbing some brand new towels from a discount store and hanging them neatly on the towel racks. These little things can have a pretty big psychological impact on buyers, not just when they see the home in person, but also in the listing photos. Not all staging is visual. A component of staging that's often overlooked comes down to the very thing that people notice first when they open the door. It's not going to be your kitchen and the $50,000 in upgrades or that super cool retreat off of the master bedroom. The very first thing they'll notice, whether consciously or subconsciously, is the smell of the home. One trick I personally love is using Febreze plugins throughout the house. They're great because you can simply plug them in and forget about them for 30 to 60 days. On properties where we've had security cameras installed, one of the most common comments that we hear is, "Wow, it really smells good in here." If you're being honest with yourself, what are potential buyers saying about the way that your home smells? Does that leave a positive or a negative impression of your property? Now, if you've already tried the first 4 strategies or simply need your house sold like yesterday, there is a 5th option: selling off market to a cash buyer. Now, let me be really clear here. Selling a home off market to a cash buyer is not going to be the right decision for everyone. This option is typically utilized by people who either need to sell their home really fast or they have a property in poor condition and lack the funds or resources to get it repaired. Sometimes it's just people who don't want to go through the process of selling a home on the open market, the showings, appraisals, nosy neighbors. In a nutshell, this option is for sellers who prioritize convenience over profit. As a manager for houseintocash.com, which is a local company that buys houses for cash here in SoCal, I've heard both the pros and cons from clients and potential clients in regards to services like ours. The biggest objection that I encounter is by sellers who believe they'll be able to sell their home for more money on the open market than by selling off market to a cash buyer. And there is truth to this. To help offset this fact, one of the things that we do at House in the Cash is we'll buy your home, do all of the real estate paperwork, but we won't charge you any real estate commission. On top of that, we'll also pay for your closing costs, title fees, and transfer taxes. Depending on the price of the home, this could be tens of thousands of dollars in savings. So although we won't be able to give you 100% of your home's value, by reducing cost, we aim to put as much money in your pocket as possible. We can also close escrow in a matter of days, not weeks or months, but days. I'll put a link down in the description for anyone who's interested in getting an instant cash offer on their property. In the meantime, let's do a quick recap of what we've gone over today. If you follow these tips, you'll be golden. First, we need to make sure that your home is priced right. That's non-negotiable. Next, we'll maximize exposure with top-notch marketing. Third, we focus on curb appeal, because if we're being honest, first impressions do matter. Fourth, we'll stage your home in a way that's economical but still effective. And finally, if speed is the ultimate goal, we'll explore the option of selling to a cash buyer. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video on how to sell your house fast in Los Angeles County. If you appreciated the info, or if you'd like to see more content in the future, please feel free to hit the like button below. Subscriptions are also welcome. I appreciate your time and thank you for stopping by.